What's going on, my friends? SeanPierceJohnson here with this week's episode of Stompbox Saturday, and on the Stompin' block today, we're taking a look at the Golem from Deep Space Devices. If you're looking for an overdrive or fuzz that can get you that gargantuan, dark, massive sound, this pedal does it, and it does it in spades. So let's go ahead, throw the pedal up on the screen, take a look at the controls and what exactly they do to affect the tone. 4 knobs, 4 toggle switches. Let's start with the knobs. Power is going to be your overall output volume. I usually find myself running it towards the higher range of the knob. Just find it works best in that range for me. Rage is sort of like a gain. It's basically the density of the gain. When I say dense, I mean dense. This gain is dense. Now, the form knob is sort of like a shape for your tone control. You can get darker sounds or you can get more trebly sounds. It doesn't get overly trebly. It kind of has like a sort of softened high end to it. And again, this is another knob that I find myself leaning towards the higher range of the knob, but we'll experiment with it and we'll take a listen to what exactly it does. And then finally we have shift, which is sort of a high mid-range control on the pedal. Really interesting to include that in the tone, which I think the fact that this is a darker sounding pedal definitely is a nice added feature. Now let's take a look at the toggle switches. We'll start with the top 2 because they actually have a very sort of symbiotic relationship. They work well together, and what you do to one will often affect the effect of the other. There's Tremble and Quake. Now, Tremble is going to be sort of a diode selection. In the left position, it's a silicone diode. In the middle position, you have just a sort of boost diode switch, and in the right you have germanium diodes. So it's all there for you no matter what you want. Now let's go to the bottom 2 toggle switches with Evolve and Mass. Now Mass is going to be sort of a tone shift sort of switch. On the left hand side you have more of a mid bass boost, and on the right you have a more treble focused sound. Now, the Evolve toggle switch is a very interesting control because its effect is often dictated by what the other toggle switches are set to, and can often be, affected by the different Tremble and Quake settings that you can, have on this pedal. All in all, what does all this control mean? It means you can get a lot out of it, and it can get pretty dizzying at times. So there's a lot of sonic territory to cover, so I think it's time to shut up and just listen to how this thing sounds. We're going to run the trusty Les Paul into the Golem and into the orange Rocker Verb 100. The only thing between the pedal and the amp is a Boss TU3. So let's get started. dark, gargantuan. The artwork really fits the sound of the pedal, doesn't it? Personally, the way I like to run it is into the dirty channel, so let's go ahead, switch over to the dirty channel, and let's see what we can do there. Oh boy. Yeah. Lots going on there. This thing is so different than any other pedal that I've come across in my pedal travels, I suppose I could say. It's just amazing to me that this thing doesn't really sit in any sort of school, you know? It's kind of its own thing, and that's refreshing, but I wonder to myself how many of you this is going to be for. I like it a lot, but you know, there's definitely going to be some people out there that this isn't their cup of tea. But that's the beauty of the fact that there are so many different pedal companies out there, is everybody's making something that somebody will like, you know? You might like this, and I might like that. One company is not necessarily going to make the same thing that's going to please us. I'm having a lot of fun with this one. So, to wrap this up, I'm going to show you exactly the setting that I use with the Golem, and just get out of the way and just riff for a little while. my friends, that's the Golem from Deep Space Devices. Big, loud, gargantuan, dark. This thing might be the best pedal for doom and stoner metal that I've ever come across that isn't a straight up huge giant fuzz. I dig the graphics. I think the sound is totally unique. It definitely doesn't sound like any other drive or fuzz or distortion pedal that I've come across in my pedal travels. So I'm having a lot of fun getting to know it. And I certainly hope a lot of you out there liked this video as well. And if you did, you can let me know in the comment section below. And please do me a favor, click that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss the rest of this season of Stompbox Saturday. Thank you all so much for joining me this weekend. I always love having you and spending your time with me. And until next time, my friends, I'm SeanPierceJohnson, and I wish you all great tone and happy stomping. Cheers.